Travelers are sounding the alarm after yet another baggage issue, this time involving Porter Airlines here at Toronto's Pearson Airport. Now, passengers tell me that they were forced to wait nearly 5 hours to collect their baggage, wondering for hours where it might be and what was happening.
There seemed to be no interest in making any improvements in the system, unless you kind of call it out and raise your voice against it. I don't know that anybody's going to make any changes.
Sarah Harrison tells CityNews she traveled to and from Montreal last week for work, but was shocked by the lack of communication from airline staff about their bags after they had landed.
At first, we were told that it had been unloaded and it was on its way, and it should be here within 20 minutes. Then at one point, the story got a bit strange. We were told that our luggage got sent to Billy Bishop Airport.
She said Porter staff changed their story every few hours, which made passengers nervous. Some even offered to drive to Billy Bishop Airport to collect their things, but staff said they could not guarantee the bags were actually there.
Then we were told that the baggage was coming on another flight that was coming in from Montreal. So the whole Billy Bishop thing was a bit of a red herring.
Harrison says she landed in Toronto around 7 o'clock Friday evening after the flight was delayed by an hour, but she didn't end up receiving her luggage until 11:30, over 4.5 hours later. She says some passengers had international connections and they were forced to leave their belongings behind.
There was no empathy. There was no answers. There was no solutions.
In a statement, Porter Airlines says the bags for this flight were mistakenly left at the airport in Montreal and placed on the next flight approximately an hour and a half later. Passengers were given the opportunity to wait for their bags or have them delivered. Once the next flight arrived, the bags were brought to the carousel, but the belt jammed and had to be reset, causing another 30-minute delay. They went on to say that this is undoubtedly frustrating and apologized for any inconvenience. This comes after Porter announced a new jet service which just launched at Pearson this month, offering daily nonstop flights to Vancouver, Ottawa, and Montreal. The director of baggage operations at Pearson Airport says airlines and contractors are responsible for baggage after moving through the airport and security checks, and it's the airline that is responsible for tracking lost bags, returning them to customers, or even compensating customers for lost luggage.
I'd say when events like this do happen, it's not just throwing up a stone wall, not wanting to talk about it. It's more having that conversation and a willingness to cooperate and see how things can be improved so it doesn't happen, because that is just it's not usually just one flight. It usually impacts 2 or more flights.
Travel experts say if you can, avoid checking baggage altogether. And of course, if you have any essentials like medication, make sure you're packing that in your carry-on, and even an extra pair of clothes just in case you run into any issues. Reporting live, Leah Johansson, City News.